Hello, dear viewers. Thank you so much for joining me. I would like to read on the Delta variant, creating a lot of heartache around the world. I read on this briefly about, a few weeks ago, a month ago. And of course, the countries that are not vaccinated at all, have a heck of a time with this. And I'm, really concerned for those countries. But even in the US, we have less than half of those eligible to be vaccinated, or less than half are refusing it, right? Haven't done it. So, why to look at that? Yeah, we're seeing a rise overall, and we would. And, we saw a rise overall with the UK variant. I'm thinking the line, and it's like this, right? It was our big peak, right? And then the UK variant, and now we're coming up with the Delta variant. But of course, that doesn't tell the whole tale because different states in the US have different levels of vaccination. So let's see. How bad's it going to get? And, we know this is trouble because this variant is catchy, very, very catchy, and 10 times the viral loading in people's noses and throats as the original one had been. So, yes, it can make people sicker. Okay, I want to ask about breakthrough infections too, but let's start. Source, please just show us the Delta variant in the US. I want to ask about schools too. Delta variant in the US. Well, it does look a little murky. Yeah, the regrets. All these people regretting not having been vaccinated because now they're sick. And we still have manipulation involved in this. We still have manipulation involved in this. We still have, it's got a life of its own now. All the information being shared among citizens, those who had always watched Fox News and alternative news sources that were really pro-Trump. They're spreading it amongst themselves how this is not safe. So we're still having that issue. So in other words, not everybody, yeah, a lot of them still won't get vaccinated. So it looks murky. What's our intuition saying? Well, sometimes that's just saying, what does your intuition say? And of course, my intuition, says pretty much what the experts are saying. Yeah, we're getting a raise. Yeah, we're getting a surge. It's not going to be the surge that came at the peak, but it'll be a surge. Let's see, anything else about that source? It's, again, with that time in history. And maybe that's saying pandemics, this is the once in 100 years pandemic. And the Spanish flu took 2 or 3 years, right? To really become less of a driving force around the world. Standing our ground. We are standing our ground, though. Okay, so that too, I feel like that confirms. The surge isn't going to go as high as our peak in the U.S. 2 of Wands. Very concerned, yes, as we look overseas, very concerned about the countries that, have very few vaccinated. And we need to be. And I've said that from the beginning. This thing will morph. And it did morph, probably in India this time. It can morph anywhere. So, let's ask. Do we get yet another variant that is even worse? Sorry. Oh, we get the same cards. Well, some of the same cards. I was shuffling this whole time. Regret again. Okay, what I'm hearing is we get another variant. You can't necessarily call it worse, but in some ways, you know what I mean? The Delta variant's pretty bad. Murky. Okay. Yeah, so this is just not good for anybody. Okay, let's see. I wanted to ask about school in the fall in the U.S. We have some schools already starting in August. Will they mostly go back in person? Now, Joe Biden has said he would like them to go back in person. Okay, well, gonna keep trudging right along. Yeah, I think so. Eight of Wands. Yeah, I think so. Other measures may be taken as well, though. Well, of course, the masks. Okay, so that's telling me that they may end up going back to half the students in the school at a given time. They really may. Okay? In a lot of places. Four of Cups. It's like, it kind of feels like nobody's getting the message that, hey, this is serious and the kids are going to get it. It's serious for teenagers. It's serious for young adults. It really can be. It depends, of course, on the kid, on the young adult. Question. Will there be a vaccine ready for the elementary school age children, 11 and below? We don't have a vaccine approved for them yet. Will that be ready before most of the kids go back to school, say in the next month? Death. It's like it could have been, but no. But then we have Success and we have Hierophant. I think this is saying it will be ready soon, but maybe not before they go back to school. That's what I think this is saying. The Hierophant, they're doing the science, they're doing it right, all of that. Oh man, I can't wait for that one. My kids are, well, the kids that are still at home are 16 and 12, so they've already been vaccinated fully, but the grandchildren have not. So anything else we should know about this source? The Emperor. Yeah, it's just sort of like the facts are the facts are the facts. Look at the facts. That tells the story. But we do have, with vaccination and people being bribed to get vaccinated now in the U.S., that is helpful. But it keeps moving forward. It just like the Knight of Swords, it's going. All right. There had been another question I wanted to ask. Oh, what about breakthrough infections? Breakthrough infections source. What does that look like? We know they're possible with the Delta. We know that most people who do get a breakthrough infection that were vaccinated, however, don't get a severe case. Two of Cups. Okay, so when the viral loading is very strong around the person, like it's a family member who's got COVID, that's where they really need to be careful, even if they're vaccinated. And we got the Chariot. Yeah, breakthrough infections will be an issue. Absolutely, they will. But there's an opportunity there. The masking indoors. Even if you are vaccinated, you should do it, because it looks like we're going to have to take that threat seriously as well. Okay, well, I thank you all so much. This will end at some point, but here we are. Better to be in reality. Always better to be in reality. Well, I thank you all. Take care of yourselves out there. Bye-bye.